Well, hello, vinyl community. Hi, Joseph. Me, Mr. Mayo, the 5,000 subs contest. And let me just say right off the top, Joe, congratulations. So happy for you to see you hit 5,000. It's amazing. And I'm going to get right into the contest because I know we only got about 5 minutes or so. So I've got my notes here and I've got the records ready and I'm going to get going. Okay, so again, Joe, congratulations. So happy to call you a friend. So happy to have met you and spent time with you. And looking forward to more fun times together over the next, who knows, coming years. But certainly next year we'll get together and down the road. So all the best, Joe. Congratulations from Matt. Okay, how long have I watched Joe's channel? Well, I started in the spring of 2016, approximately spring of 2016. And I watched it for about 6-7 months or so, and I started to get inspired by Joe's videos, along with Tim Allen's, along with the King's Court. Those are kind of my big three guys who I watched at first. Joe was the first, King's Court, and Tim Allen, and now I watch so many. But anyway, because of Joe's video, your videos, Joe, I decided that in January of 2017, last year, I would start my own channel. And so my channel's been going just under a year now, the Matthew Street channel, and I want to thank you for that inspiration, Joe, being a big part of it. So yes, spring of 2016 is when I started watching your channel. Number two, what type of Joe's videos do you like the best or the least? I have to admit, I really don't have any least, Joe. I really can't throw one in because I like all your videos, your review videos, your road trip videos, your showing Beatle finds, all vinyl finds of all kinds, all the different videos you do. I can't say I have a least favorite. I guess my most favorite, though, would have to be your store videos. Those are my favorites. When you're in the store and you're knocking about with the guys there and doing some fun things. And why do I like them so much? Well, I've been in a few of them. So I know how much fun they are. I've been down the store several times. I've met up with you, and I enjoy spending that time with you. Oh boy, I gotta get moving here. What is your favorite Beatle albums? Your three faves? Okay. The U.S., United States Rubber Soul. I love the song order on the U.S. Rubber Soul. The British Revolver with the 3 extra John Lennon songs. And the brand new 2017 Sgt. Pepper remix. Those are my 3 favorite Beatle albums. I stuck to Beatle albums, but if I was going to get into solo, I would have thrown up like Back to the Egg, Time Takes Time, Cloud 9. Okay? Number 4, what's your 5 favorite albums of all time? Again, just quickly, and I know I don't have time to explain each one, but because it was the first album I ever owned, given to me by my parents in 1964, Meet the Beatles. Buddy Holly changed my life, so the Buddy Holly album here, an original choral. The Raspberries' final album, studio album, Starting Over. I love this album. I love Elvis's 69 output, but when they put it all together on this one little compilation called The Year in Review 1969, the Memphis record, one of my favorite Elvis periods of all time, Elvis 69. And I'm taking liberties, I'm doing a 6th one. Cheap Trick at Budokan changed my life in the late 70s, 79. Summer of 79, this one also changed my life and got me into being the power pop fanatic that I am today, Get the Knack. And I think that's it, right? Cheap Trick, Budokan. Okay, so here's my 6. Prized piece in my collection is right here. A very unique picture, but I have Paul McCartney's autograph. Okay. Someday I'll explain that story on my channel, how I got Paul's autograph. And, okay, I gotta get going here. Show your least favorite album by the Beatles. I really don't have a least favorite album, but if I have to pick one official one, I'm not gonna pick like the Beatles story or, you know, one of those ones that really isn't an official release. I'd say my least favorite is probably Let It Be, in the sense that it doesn't feel like a complete album. The Phil Spector came in and put his fingers into it a little later on. I love this album, don't get me wrong. There's no Beatle album I don't like, but this is probably my least favorite. My favorite album cover of all time, and you'll notice it's different. It's not the U.S. Rubber Soul, it's the British Rubber Soul. Favorite album cover of all time. Okay, where am I at? Terrible album cover. All right, if I had to pick one, I'm going to pick this one. And I can't show it in its entirety, but the Two Virgins album. It's probably my least favorite album cover of all time. Okay? Okay, now the last two, 9 and 10. I'm almost there, Joe. I'm a little over 5, but I'll be done by 6. Favorite decade of music is the 60s. Why is it the 60s? Well, I grew up in the 60s as a young boy, and remember that quote by little Steven Van Zandt on the Underground Garage. The 60s was the only time where the best music being made was also the most popular music. Think about that. The best music being made was also the most popular music. That was the 1960s. My least favorite decade, real quick, is probably the last 10 years. I love a lot of new music and like obscure power pop and rock that I have. But when you talk about popular music, what's being on the radio and everything, I don't like the last 10 years. Not good at all. And what would I like to see from you, Joe, in 2018? More store videos. More, another thing I'd like to see, not only more store videos, Joe, updates of some of your older reviews. I'd love to see your take nowadays on some of the reviews you did 4 years ago, 3.5, 3 years ago. Maybe some of your updates on some classic of the Beatles and solo albums. What's your take on them now? Okay, Joe, I went about a minute over. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. All the best for 5,000 subs, my friend. Hope to see you soon. If not really soon, definitely at Beatle Fest this year, the fest. We'll have to get together in New York. Take care, Joe. Bye.